Hello everyone, welcome to Social Studies class. Today we are going to continue with our topic communication. Last week we discussed traditional means of communication. Today we are going to discuss modern means of communication. Modern means of communication. As you all know, today most methods of communication are fast and powered by electricity. Electronic communication is a process of exchanging information with the aid of electronic devices. Alright? So, let us look at electronic means of communication. Electronic means of communication. One is the telephone, which you are already used to. Okay? The telephone. Today, many people have telephone lines. The telephone helps us to communicate with people over long distances. Okay? When the telephone was initially invented, long cables had to be used to connect between phones. Okay? Long cables. But today, we have wireless phones which use satellites in space to connect phones. Today, we no longer use that long phone to connect between phones before we can communicate. Okay? We now use wireless phones which make use of satellites in the space, okay, in the airspace to communicate. And with this, it makes communication easier. Even what I am doing with you right now is a modern means of communication. In those days, there was no way that you can record your video the way I have done to pass information to you. That means I have to come to your house one after the other to teach you. But today, it has been made easier with the modern means of communication. We also have email. With the invention of the internet, people can now send emails. Unlike the post, email message get delivered instantly and they are free. So long as you have your internet service, you can send your email. And once you send your email, the person gets the message immediately. Okay? So email is another electronic means of communication. Now, we have what we call mass communication. Now, the methods of communication mentioned previously, that is telephone and email, okay, usually involve communication among few people. The telephone and email usually involve communication among few people. However, we can also communicate with many people at the same time. And this method of communication is called mass communication. The method where we communicate with many people at the same time is referred to as mass communication. We can communicate with many people at once by using the following. 1. Newspapers and magazine. When people want to share their ideas and information with a large number of people, they may use newspapers and magazines. Okay? Newspapers contain written articles with news about things that are going on around us. People can also place advertisements in newspapers and magazines to advertise their goods and services. You see, so many people can read newspapers at the same time, okay? Because the newspaper company will produce so many copies, okay? Some people read it online, others buy the hard copy to read. And so newspapers and magazines is an example of mass media. Number 2 is radio, okay? Radio. The radio is an electronic device which works by using invisible radio waves to transmit information. We listen to the radio for information and news, as well as music. Okay? People can also place advertisements. Okay? Place advertisement on radio just to advertise their goods and services, and large number of people listen to radio at the same time. That is why it is called mass communication. Mass communication. Another one is television. The television is another electronic device which we can use to communicate information to a large group of people at the same time. Television stations broadcast their signal through radio waves, allowing us to see images on our television screen, and so they pass information to us. Okay? Information such as could be educational information, could be information about happenings around us, it could be information about entertainment, it could be music. Okay? All these could be cartoon, which some of you watch on television. And when you are watching the cartoon on TV, remember you are not the only one. So many people hook up to that channel and are also watching at the same time. That is why it is another example of mass media. Now the fourth one is billboards. Billboards. The billboards are large signs usually placed on buildings or mounted along highways and major roads. They are used to advertise products and brands. Politicians as well sometimes use billboards to advertise their campaign. Okay? Like if you are driving to school, you will see some billboards, okay, advertising different products. Even Fontage International School has billboards where we advertise our school. So these are examples of examples of mass media. Okay? We talked about newspapers and magazines, talked about radio, talked about television, billboards. They are examples of mass media because so many people listen to it, get the information from them at the same time.